I didn't want our friend to ever come back to our house after he ate literally everything we owned. So me and my husband live in Spain. Back in March, this guy Kevin messages us saying he got scammed with an apartment. Like the listing was fake and he's stuck with nowhere to go. We barely knew him, honestly, just a mutual friend thing. But we felt bad, so we said he could crash for the weekend. Weekend turns into him asking for 20 days. My husband's too nice and I'm like, whatever, he seems chill. He helped wash dishes, walked our dog Pepper without us asking, said thank you like every 5 minutes, seemed grateful. But then weird stuff started happening. We'd go to the store and he'd be like, oh, I'll pay for groceries. Then at checkout, he'd pat his pockets and go, oh man, I left my wallet at home. This happened 3 times. 3. Or he'd say he only has Apple Pay and our store doesn't take it. Cool story, bro. The food thing got worse. One night my husband and I split a pizza between us. Kevin ate an entire pizza and a half by himself. Didn't offer us a single slice of his. Didn't chip in money. Just demolished it while we sat there eating our sad half pizza. But whatever. We let it slide because he seemed like he was going through it. He left after 20 days and we stayed friendly. Texted sometimes. Normal stuff. Fast forward to September. We're planning this 17-day trip to Portugal and Kevin's complaining about rent being expensive. My husband's like, hey, why don't you stay at our place and watch Pepper? We'll give you free housing, you take care of the dog. Fair trade, right? I even made him a whole Google Doc. Dog feeding schedule, vet info, Wi-Fi password, where the gym is, all of it. I wrote at the bottom, hey, eat whatever's gonna expire soon. Fruit, yogurt, veggies, that kind of stuff. Use common sense. We get back from Portugal and I open the fridge. Completely empty. Not like, oh, he ate the strawberries empty. Like empty, empty. The freezer, gone. Pantry, cleared out. I'm talking 2 jars of raspberry jam, gone. The peanut butter, gone. A massive Costco-sized bottle of olive oil we'd barely touched, gone. He ate all the cheese. The fancy imported stuff my mom sent us. Random condiments. A bottle of sriracha. Boxes of rice, pasta, granola bars. He even ate my husband's gym supplements. The creatine, protein powder, collagen packets. Who eats someone else's supplements? That stuff's expensive. Our ceramic pan was completely destroyed too. Like black burnt marks. Scratches everywhere. Basically trash now. This pan cost us 60 euros. I texted him like, hey, can you replace the pan you ruined? He literally replied, it's just a pan, why are you being dramatic? A pan. I wasn't even mad about the food yet. My husband went through the cabinets later and we realized how bad it actually was. Stuff that normally lasts us 6 months was just gone. I deadass think he packed some of it in his suitcase when he left because the math doesn't even make sense. One person can't eat that much in 2 weeks. He didn't buy a single thing to replace anything either. Not even like a courtesy bag of apples or box of pasta. Nothing. So yeah, Kevin's banned from our house forever and I'm avoiding his texts.
I told my brother-in-law he needs to book a hotel when he and my sister were staying at my house. So my sister Claire and her husband Jason live like halfway across the country, and they hit me up saying they wanted to visit. I live in a small 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. And honestly, I was excited to see Claire since it had been almost a year. I cleared out my home office and set up an air mattress for them because they specifically asked to stay with me instead of getting a hotel. First day was fine. We caught up, ordered pizza, watched some Netflix, normal sibling stuff, but I started noticing Jason would disappear into the bathroom for really long stretches, like I'm talking an hour at a time. I figured maybe he was just adjusting to the time change or whatever. Day 2 was when it became a problem. I woke up around 7 and needed to pee. The bathroom door was locked. I knocked and Jason said he'd be out soon. 45 minutes later, he finally came out. I was literally doing the pee dance by that point. Later that afternoon, same thing happened, except this time I waited almost an hour and a half. I pulled Claire aside and was like, hey, what's going on with Jason in the bathroom situation because this is getting ridiculous. She got all defensive and told me he has some kind of digestive condition that makes him need the bathroom frequently and for long periods. I felt bad, so I dropped it. But day 3 was even worse. There was literally a point where I had to grab my keys and drive to the gas station down the street just so I could use their bathroom. Twice. In my own apartment, I was being blocked from my own bathroom. The 4th night, I went to bed early because I wasn't feeling great. I woke up at 4 in the morning and I really had to go. Like emergency level, had to go. I knocked on the bathroom door and Jason said, give me a minute. I told him through the door that I really needed to use it. He said, okay. An hour passed. A full hour. The gas station wasn't even open yet. I was in actual pain at this point. I'm not proud of what I had to do, but I grabbed a plastic grocery bag and handled my business in my bedroom because I physically could not wait anymore. It was humiliating and disgusting, and I was furious. The next morning, I waited for Jason to come out of the bathroom after his usual marathon session. I looked him dead in the eye and told him he needs to get a hotel. I explained that I can't be locked out of the only bathroom in my own home. I get that he has a condition, but I have needs too, and this isn't working. Claire absolutely lost it on me. She started yelling about how I'm being ableist and discriminating against Jason's medical condition. I told her fine, then stay with our parents or our cousin Brett who lives 20 minutes away. Anyone with more than 1 bathroom. Jason jumped in saying I was being dramatic and that I should have just held it. That's when I told them exactly what I had to do at 4 in the morning because he wouldn't leave the bathroom. The look on their faces was priceless, but not in a good way. Claire said I was being gross and that I definitely could have held it longer. I told them both they needed to leave today and find somewhere else to stay because this wasn't going to work for the rest of the week. They packed up their stuff while giving me the silent treatment. Before they left, Claire told me I was a terrible sister and that I clearly don't care about family. I said I do care, which is why I'm not going to let this turn into me resenting both of them. They stayed with our parents for the remaining 3 days and didn't speak to me the whole time.